Hey guys, back for another episode of What's in the Box. Today we're taking a look at a manufacturer that I have never seen before. I recently became acquired with this company, AZ Model, which is a Czech company, from a fellow by the name of Victor Mullen, and that's his channel name here on YouTube. And I think some of the guys in the community, I think I saw some of Chancer's comments on some of his videos, so a few of the guys in the community know him. Victor does some of the most thorough and concise reviews of aircraft kits of any of the modelers here on YouTube. And he does a lot of the one-off stuff like the special hobby kits, the real limited production scale manufacturers that you don't typically see, like some more of the more rare Eduard stuff. But when he did a review of a AZ model kit and I just saw it, I was like, I really gotta check out this company. This kit is in their red line, which is supposed to be their higher quality technology. That's what this HQT stands for. Full injection molded technology using metal molds. So, and it is really detailed, I'll tell you that much. But for a 1/72nd scale kit, it is not on the cheap side. It was about 17 US dollars, and I think about another 4 or 5 to ship it. I bought it from an eBay dealer in California. So this cost about what a Tamiya kit costs. Now, I can't speak to the fit, but the level of the quality of the moldings is, I mean, it's first rate. Let's take a closer look at what we have. I did check this out earlier. So, on the box, you've got a picture of the cool box art of the bf109 G2. This is an early Gustav. I've talked a lot about the 109 aircraft, the bf109. So the G2, the G is what the Germans called the Gustav, was obviously the subsequent model to the F, which was the Frederick. And there were no major airframe modifications from the F to the G. They had essentially the same airframe, although they did put a larger, more powerful engine in the G. It had the DB605E engine, which was initially 1,445 horsepower, which is a lot. So they gained a pretty significant speed boost. It maintained the 20mm MG151 cannon through the propeller, the spindle shaft, and then they would often add these kits, these little gondolas below the wings, where they would equip them with additional 20mm cannons. So we have, basic, safety and precautionary stuff in 3 languages, in Czech, English, and Japanese. Some nice color schemes, but I thought this was kind of cool. Like some of the Airfix kits, they did the color and marking choices on the back of the box, and real nice, beautiful colored, and real nice color callouts as well. And they're actually calling out the RLM colors, which should make it a breeze to paint. So that's nice, and it looks like they give us 1, 2, 3 options to choose from. And that'd be none of the schemes look particularly difficult to paint. So let's go ahead and take a look at the instruction sheet. And it is on glossy paper, which is super nice. Color callouts down here at the bottom in Humbrol paints. Of course, the RLM colors are easy enough to look up in the other brand paint manufacturers. That's not going to be an issue. And we have a history of the aircraft in English and in Czech, which is nice. Symbology down here at the bottom, which is handy. And oh, by the way, it's calling out the stencil arrangement here in this illustration. So we'll look at the decals here briefly. And look at the instruction sheet. Remember that this is a 1/72nd scale kit. Beautiful sprue map, clearly identifying which parts will not be used in the illustration. You'll notice it's colored, and just a really easy, typical aircraft build where you have the build start with the construction of the cockpit. You'll notice, look at the details on 1/72nd scale. So fuel lines, decals for the instrument panel, the gun side assembly, the steering yoke, the propeller spinner. All of these are incredibly detailed. Now this I saw this earlier. This was the only thing that kind of alarmed me. They're asking you to remove 1mm material at an angle here from this plastic. I don't know if this is a reinforcement piece for the control surfaces, like maybe the flaps for the ailerons. I'm not sure. I don't know how in the world I'm going to precisely cut that. That's going to be interesting. So, of course, it's a 1/72nd scale kit, so it's not going to have a ton of parts, so the assembly should be relatively straightforward. And, you know, you go through step 12, 13, and 14. 13 is the undercarriage assembly. 14 is the final assembly, the rear stabilizer, the prop spinner. That all looks straightforward. Down all the way 18, which is where you have the finished canopy. The instructions are really nice. I can't speak to their accuracy because obviously I haven't assembled the kit, but they certainly seem easy enough to follow, and I love the color illustrations. I wish more manufacturers would do that. So let's take a look at the sprues, because this is where things begin to differ from your average 1/72nd scale kit. Now I know some of the new tool Airfix kits in this scale are really nice, but these are really nicely done. So this sprue is the wheels and a top engine cowling. And let me find something to help the camera focus a little better. Should make it easier, I think. They're not weighted wheels, but they're giving you 2 choices for wheel types and the top engine cowling. And by the way, this kit has got recessed panel lines. So what we would expect from a new tool kit. Those look really nice. Next sprue is the bottom wings. Fuselage halves. There's several choices of cowlings that have the machine guns molded on, and as well as different propellers. But I want you to specifically check out the level of the molding detail and the rivets. Remember, this is 1/72nd scale. Look at the landing gear bay interior detail. This is as good as it gets, I think, in 1/72nd scale. I really think they did a fantastic job. It's about, once again, this is about a $17 kit, so it's not super cheap. Those are blisters for a G6, so obviously they build, you know, they have more than one version available. Check out the spinner with the cannon hole in the middle of it, in that scale. That's really nicely done. But what I'm about to show you, though, is what you don't see much in 1/72nd scale. Now, I realize that, you know, you may not see it considering how small the cockpit's going to be, but I just wanted to share this. Look at that. Look at the detail of the interior of the cockpit sides. Now, it's all molded in, but it's exquisite. For this scale, it's just spectacular. I can't say anything negative about it. I mean, that's just going to take a wash beautifully, plus you can independently paint some of these details to make it really stand out. You know, are you going to see it much in the scale? Probably not. But I'm going to give them, you know, a lot of kudos for doing that. So, beautiful moldings. I don't see any flash on any of these parts anywhere. Recessed panel lines, crisp detail. It is excellent. The next sprue and the last sprue, we have vertical stabilizers, horizontal stabilizers. The wings, once again, recessed panel lines, nice fabric details on the ailerons. It comes with a nice looking drop tank. There's the supercharger intakes for either a G2, G4, G6 choice, landing gear struts. I mean, all nicely done. And notice there's cockpit detail here. Like there's the steering yoke, trim wheel, additional parts here. Really just a beautiful kit. Look at the cockpit instrument panel. Look at that in 1/72nd scale. It's impressive. So there's that. And clear parts. I'm not going to take them out of the bag because they're very delicate, but they are, trust me when I mean they are clear, they are super, super clear. Not foggy at all. They're pretty close to being in scale. They're just a skosh thick, if you can see that. But super clear, no distortion, no magnifying effect. First-rate quality parts. Eduard is also another Czech manufacturer that makes first-rate quality parts. Now let's take a quick look at the decal sheets. Here are the stencils. Now remember, this is a stencil sheet for a 1/72nd scale aircraft. Look at that. They're in register. And they're actually in pretty good detail. You can actually read most of this stuff. Just remember, once again, guys, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's 1/72nd scale. It's beautiful. So those are the maintenance stencils. Here are the Balkenkreuzes, unit emblems, you know, the Jagdgeschwader emblems, kill marks, puzzle-style swastikas. There's the instrument panel decals. They're all beautiful, really nicely done. So that really completes the review. I wanted this to be a short review, but if you're looking for something that's a step above in a 1/72nd scale kit, please consider these guys. They make just about every G variant of the 109 that you can get. And they make a bunch of other aircraft as well. They have some unusual subjects. You can check out the AZ model website. It's pretty good. I don't know if I can see it on the box here or not. The web address is, but it's a great little kit. Like I said, I can't speak for the fit. I think it's as good as a Tamiya in terms of molding and quality. In fact, it might even better than a Tamiya. I just don't know anything about the fit. Of course, we all know the Tamiyas are kind of shake and bake. You can shake the box and pour the parts out and they'll come out built. So, but I wanted to share that. Thank you for watching, guys, and I appreciate the support of my channel. Everybody, have a good day. Bye-bye.